Hey Yaz and Juanita, welcome. Good to see you. Got quite the snowfall overnight. And it's around minus 11 degrees Celsius. And I'm right at the intersection of Jarvis and Richmond. And I'm gonna head Eaton Center bound. And I guess I can cross over there. It's kind of a little difficult to figure out with all the snowbanks, but somehow zigzag my way around here. And Vasily's in the chat. Hello, welcome. Yes, that's right. I will be there. I will be meeting Yoshi around, I don't know, 9:45 at Union Station. Just gonna go down Richmond here. It's nice to actually see a bit of snow. I know a lot of people are unhappy about it, but it's nothing too crazy. And the roads have been pretty well plowed. I just gotta watch my steps, of course, but at least it's not slippery. It's a little difficult to walk in, but nothing that's too much of a problem or issue, I guess. And Zach Dong is in the chat, welcome. And once again, my hands are freezing. I actually just went to a Dollarama to find a cheap pair of gloves, but all they had were gloves for kids. They must have had like 15, 20 different types of gloves for kids, but not ones for adults that weren't completely bulky. So I'm like, all right, thanks for nothing, and I just walked out, and I'm streaming without them again. Anyways, it won't be too long of a stream. I gotta get some shopping done before everything closes. So I'm just gonna head to Yonge Street and see what's up. All right, good night, Vasily. Oh yeah, feeling more of the wind chill now. Yeah, I really wanted a pair of gloves, but it's just ridiculous how they didn't have one that was for adults. What can you do, eh? A bit of slush here and there. I recently shoveled stairs to my house. Woo-hoo-hoo. Canadian Venture Building. And you've got what appears to be a nice bar across the street here. There's 501 Queen. Heading westbound, doing its little zigzags before it finally returns back to Queen. What used to be, I think, an Irish pub there. Oh, I see people coming out of it. This doesn't look too inviting. You can barely even tell if it's open. Whoa, see that truck sliding there? He was going at a pretty fast rate, I guess. Whipping around that corner. And we'll look down Church Street. do we got here? $5 McValue. What do you get? Hash brown, a coffee, and a breakfast biscuit. It's not too bad. And the meals, I think, I don't know, a McDouble, small fries, and a drink. For $5, that's not bad at all. Buy a regular Big Mac, it comes to like $13, $14. McDonald's is not cheap anymore. I like to go for the value menu, much more efficient and better for your dollar nowadays. We got EMS station 40, I believe. I'm curious to see what it's like inside the Eaton Center right now, but it's probably going to be very crowded and loud, and someone might just tell me to stop recording, so I don't think I'm going to be going in there. I'm gonna go to Yonge Street actually, and then head towards Front. Got a Rabba across the street, 24 hours. I'm consistently switching hands between left and right. When the coldness gets too extreme on one hand, I just go back to the next. And Toronto's doo-wop music guy, aka Kevin, is in the chats. Hello. Yes, good to see you too. I'm exploring the first real snowfall of 2026. You know, nothing too crazy, but it's nice to see it. It's better than the rain we've been having. That's what we had yesterday. We had like freezing rain, hail, and then overnight we got this nice blanket all across the city here. Always a thumb. Wayne McKay is in the chat. Eaton Center is never quiet. Maybe more quiet on some nights, but I find a lot of the time it's just not very tolerable for me. I'm a person that does not like crowds, personally. I like my personal space, and yeah, you won't find much of that in the Eaton Center. But of course, all your shopping convenient needs. And we got competition for breakfast here. Tim Hortons had a $3 breakfast wrap or sandwich. And Harvey's has a 2 for $8 special for either original hamburger or veggie, which I might be getting after this stream. For $8, you can't go wrong. Nice vibrant pink Lexus. Heading down Yonge. So what I'm going to do is cross and just head a bit south. I'll save the Eaton Center for another day. Walk a bit slower than usual. Greta 17, hello, good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. Sunset Grill. And of course the buildings I always like to look up at. No button to push, unfortunately, for the light here. counting down now, though. HL is in the chat. Hello. Happy Thursday to you. I think we can go now. Apparently we're going to have a pretty much light winter. You know, we've had crazier ones, but the coldest it's been so far is, well, pretty much what it is now, -11, -12. But February is the coldest month of the year, so who knows? We'll see what lies ahead, but so far I feel it's been pretty mild. Ranging from the +10s to the -10s.
I want to meet you, that's why I messaged you, no?
Some sort of bakery in here. Zach Thong says, on Liam's live stream panel on Monday, I played guitar to a backing track, but when listened back to the stream, the backing track was fine. No guitar sound was found. Well, that sucks. Maybe you could re-upload that, have some sort of edit for it. I don't think I've actually officially heard you play guitar, but it was cool to be on that channel, watching that live stream. I know, the infamous question, when am I gonna revive my music channel, right? It's already almost a year old, I know. That's Sud Forno. Pretty high-end Italian bakery. And that's where they make their pies. I've actually had their pizza many times. My ex-girlfriend used to work there, not that location, but she would always come back and bring, you know, sandwiches and pizza and all these pastries. So I can speak for them. They are very good, but of course very expensive. What should I do here? Yeah, I'm gonna keep going south. Yeah, HL, music really does attract attention. Very much. That copyright thing that we're all weary of. But yeah, it'd be cool to have like some backing tracks, even like for some videos. You can get them off YouTube, of course, but if you want to just do some edits and just have all the original audio out and just have background music, that's something I would definitely be interested in Zach or myself doing. And people are just honking at nothing, really. They're gridlocked and they just have to deal with it. Yeah, a lot of the sections of the road here are a little bit difficult to drive in and walk in, as you can see. But mostly it's not too bad. In fact, it's so kind of clustered down there. I'm gonna swing west for a little bit and then I'll hook a left around the next corner. Another winter's approaching. There's 3 downtown that I know of. Of course, there's the one at, well, near Yonge and Dundas, and one at College Park. Oh Oh, never mind. I think there's another Winners actually somewhere on Parliament. It's a smaller one. No, sorry. Front. What am I thinking? When you walk towards Union, pretty much between Jarvis and Bays, somewhere along there. And the Scotia Plaza. Some very eye-catching Christmas trees, well, lit up in a Christmas fashion. And yes, I do have to be careful because falling ice can very much occur. I think I'm kind of safe for now though, hopefully. At least this property is pretty salted and not so snowy. And you see another snowplow there going somewhere. Okay. So I'm gonna head down Bay. Maureen Mars in the chat. Hello. Yeah, it's pretty covered from last night. So, but like I said, I've seen a lot worse. The blizzard of last year. You see in one of my earliest shorts. You can't even. Well, you couldn't even walk down the sidewalk. There was just gigantic snowbank after gigantic snowbank, and it was kind of a joke. You might as well walk on the road. This is actually what I did. I was in Scarborough. And of course, you got the VMO tower here. Absolutely, Zach. I recently got it's a Squire, but it's a Squire Telecaster I got for Christmas. You know, a lot of it's pretty good. The action's good. I think I might eventually just swap out the pickups and have a really good sounding guitar without having to pay an arm and a leg to get an actual Fender. And of course I have my Fender Strat. So I'm good guitar-wise right now. Here we are at King. It's kind of the area I usually walk back home from once I get to Union Station from work. I might as well cross, I guess. I am not wearing my boots, just regular runners. But I'm making my way through without too many problems. Maureen says we have more snow before it came in. I cannot see my main road in my valley, East Iowa Valley. Well, yeah, that sucks. I guess you have a lot more snow up there. And I understand why it's bittersweet for a lot of people, you know, shoveling and road conditions, all that, you know. Hopefully that gets cleared up for you eventually. Ooh, my thumb is freezing. Got Tangerine Bike Station here. Bighorn, aka Sean, is in the chat. Hello from Arizona. What are you doing in Arizona? The desert state. Or is that New Mexico? I don't know. A lot warmer there, I'm sure. No snow problems there. Yeah, they're pretty good for the money, and it's basically, at the end of the day, it's what kind of amp you have, and your pickups are the main thing for quality sound. So I might switch to 50s humbuckers, I'm not sure. Yeah, I melted a few days ago and now it's back. I know. What a tease, eh? The wind's picking up here. Whew. I'm not a fan of walking towards this wind, but I'm heading west. There's not really much I can do. But I'm going to swing another left at the lights here. I just might go to Lakeshore. See what it's like down there. Visiting family in the desert. It's warm here right now. Heading back home to Florida Saturday. It's also very warm there. We definitely don't have our Canadian problems, eh? Yeah, look at this. Yikes. I did not know that. Maureen, I actually used to live in Ottawa, only for 6 months. Ottawa is a very spread out city. I lived in Orleans, you know, kind of the ghetto area, and it's at the very opposite end of when you first enter, driving from Toronto. So I have a few friends there I still talk to, and in the near future, I'm planning a visit there. Potentially a live stream there as well. As well as with Kingston and Niagara Falls, Montreal, a lot of places. Maybe even the big New York. Oh yeah, don't worry. I'm used to living dangerously. Some relaxing music you can hear at Earl's. Yeah, I'm trying to, Bighorn. And Kurt is in the house. Good to see you, my pad thai buddy. Hope you're having a good one, of course. All right, did I say I was going to go down York? I lied. I always do that, don't I? I say I'm going to do one thing and I end up doing another. That's how impulsive I am. Guilty as charged. Oh my God. A few shovels here, conveniently placed. Surprised they're not put away. People can potentially just steal them, I guess.
Or they, yeah, like, you could
the remote one.
Kurt says, Kyle, if you see any streamers, make sure to throw a snowball at them. Yeah. Yoshi will be first. Apparently that's like illegal now to do in school. Can't throw snowballs at someone because it's assault, I guess. But never happened to just being a kid and having fun. Or even being an adult and having fun and throwing snowballs. Whoa. Went down a slippery slope there. And yeah, a lot of these roads could definitely be plowed better. Go slow and don't be too reckless, as a lot of Toronto drivers love to be. Here's something revving here, but it's the guy's snowplow. Never heard a snowplow rev like that. It's interesting. Used to have snowball fights all the time growing up. Yeah, it was part of being a kid, right? Almost reminds me of that Christmas movie. I think it's called A Christmas Story. You know, the infamous one where he's licking an icicle and his tongue got stuck. I think Dumb and Dumber kind of boiled that joke with Harry on the ski lift. St. Andrew's Church. And recess wrestling leagues, of course. Oh, to be young again, right? Quite happening down King. So now I'm gonna go south. I'm trying to get shots of buildings without standing directly in people's way, which is kind of hard not to do. And go on the left side here. It's half plowed, I guess, properly. Oh yeah, and Elf, of course. That's another classic. Put a lineup of people in here. A lot of plays and concerts go on at the Roy Thompson Hall, so I wonder what's happening tonight. I smell something good, but I don't know where from. And this is one of those days where my battery is draining quite quickly again. A couple streams ago, I was going on for an hour and a half, and it went down from like 80 to 50. I started at 75, and half an hour in, I'm already down to 45. It's funny how inconsistent it can be. I guess most people aren't really cycling right now. I've seen a couple, but it's not practical or ideal right now. the architectural design to this TD building. It's funny how it curves inwards towards the bottom. It's very unusual. Honestly, when you see the bottom and you just go all the way up, it almost makes you think like it might tilt over someday, which I pray to God will never happen, but there we go. We got another cyclist. Who normally should be on the road, but in this weather, I'll give him a pass. I am Kurt. I have not been to Niagara Falls in years. It's definitely going to be an interesting experience. I'm going to get some rest and go to sleep early, so I'll be prepared and have a lot of energy. And yeah, you'll be seeing my first live stream there. And a lot of others will be going live, I'm sure. Yoshi will be, and Hand, of course, and maybe Liam. Just try to make this light here. Assuming Sapand is still going live, I think he took a hiatus or something, so maybe he won't. Who knows? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be careful when I go down here. It's literally just a downward hill. Honk honk, so there. Okay, gotta really slow down here. Okay, that's mostly over, thankfully. We got murals on both sides here. Let's take a look at what. Someone just warming their hands, I guess. There's a baby fetus. There's a whale. Pretty random. And across the street, got a bunch of other faces, of course. Alec Marshall is in the house from Timmins. Oh wow. And you're getting rain. That's surprising. Yeah, rain I don't care for too much, especially in the winter, so that sucks. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Mr. Davis has been asking me to go for quite some time, so it's a good thing I don't have to work that day. I have to work the next day, but not until 3 p.m., so. That's the end of the mural on this side. Creative, I guess. Another nice shot of the CN Tower. Okay, I'm at Bremer. And one more south, I will be at Lakeshore. I'm gonna walk along, might actually head back a bit east. And I love the blue to the Rogers Center tonight. That is just so eye-catching. All the steam from it, that's just too cool. And some jazzy music. Of course, you got Scotiabank Arena down there. A lot of blue lights I'm seeing. It's a very wintry vibe. Finally, one actual completely walkable sidewalk. For one block, then it's back to snow again. And it gets a lot quieter around here, you know. Definitely a lot quieter than King was. And you see a bit of snow forming some ice here. Dangerous, slippery black ice. Gardner Expressway ahead there. Kevin says, Kyle, your radio interview is going to be online and the radio at 91X this Sunday at 8 a.m. and p.m. Had many requests to replay it. Well, thank you. That was something I really enjoyed, and I thank you again for the opportunity for that. Very professional, and you're a great host. Pet value for all your good boy needs. And since I'm already down to 30% with still no power bank on me, I'll try to make an hour, hopefully. Second it heads to 5%, it's lights out. Maybe even 10 if I was really cautious, but can be potentially ridiculously long light, but not so bad this time. Queens Quay is right up ahead. Fingers are getting numb, but I will not drop my phone again. I'll do my best not to. Yes, me too, Kurt. It's been in the chats quite a bit. I'm one of those people that, besides Mark, of course, has a lot of association with Niagara Falls, so that would definitely be interesting, and I hope so as well. Vasily is going to be there tomorrow. I believe Liam's going with him. That guy is jogging in the snow. Again, a smart thing to do because, you know, you probably wouldn't be too cold with your body heating up like that, right? There's the Harborfront Center. Make sure to consume my battery for my walk home. Yeah. Not a bad idea. Okay. Queens Harbor here. So I'm going to cross and swing back here. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess here. Watch every step here. All right. And that wind's picking up, of course. Closer I get to the lake. Zach says, Kyle, I've tried out a lot of really nice Taylor guitars. A few of them I had troubles putting it down in the store. Couldn't stop playing it. Yeah, I have a Taylor Academy, which is semi-acoustic, meaning I can plug it into an amp. I've been pretty spoiled with guitar gifts, so it was actually in the pawn shop for about 4 or 5 months. So I recently got it out and will not be doing that again. Got some sort of fire emergency here. That Uber cyclist is almost gonna like run right into me. He wasn't even slowing down. That would have been unfortunate. Yeah, Taylors are great. Martin, but very expensive. Random guitars that I'm surprised aren't that good and they're kind of cheap are Fender acoustics. Fender's obviously an infamous huge name, but their acoustics kind of sound tinny to me from the ones I've tried. I think maybe even a Yamaha would sound better. You know, your favorite jet ski guitar and piano company. We got some frozen fairies here. I think another reason why my battery is draining so quickly is the cold. It does make sense. RBC Bank tower here. Okay, well, we got one car. Should be able to get by here. Yeah, I wonder why that is, Zach. Strange, because the Gibson ones can be multiple thousands. Gibson Hummingbird, etc. Ovation's a pretty good middle of the road acoustic, I think. And they have their own kind of knockoff made by the same company. It's called Applause. Kind of like how you have Epiphone and Squire, right? Just musician talk. And there's the Spadina streetcar heading in Queens Quay there. I remember recording on one, and stupid me not thinking ahead, it completely cut off the signal and my live died. Keeping an eye on that battery. I want to make it to an hour. I hope I get there. Got Church's Texas Chicken, a place I've actually never tried. All right, I think I'll make it to Sugar Beach at least. Maybe that'll be a good cutting point. As windy as it may be, or will be. And we got another siren. Another fire truck, sounds like. Yeah, the cold will do that, absolutely. Explains why when it was like 10 degrees, my battery lasted for an hour and a half and I still had like 40% left. Definitely not tonight. Wonder if it's the same incident with that fire truck, which I'm assuming is the previous one. I think I hear it coming this way, but and there it goes, I guess. See if I can make it down here. Yeah, I'm at 15%. I don't even think I'll make it to Sugar Beach. Fortunate as that is. So let's go down here. Lots of bikes sitting still in the snow and time. And over here, of course, where you can catch the ferry to the Toronto Islands. Jack Layton Ferry Terminal. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Kurt. It's not going to be too long of a stream anyways compared to some others, but I'm getting longer. My longest stream is officially, I think, an hour and 48 minutes, so I'll be hitting the 2-hour mark eventually. And then we'll see what goes on from there. And I remember being at this giant picnic bench during the Triple T meetup. Kind of cool to sit up there and have a few brewskis with these awesome YouTubers. Oh, the connection stays pretty fair around here, considering I'm getting closer and closer to the lake, but hot chocolate, yeah, I can go for that actually. I like the white hot chocolate, to be honest. Tim Hortons used to have them, I'm not sure if they still do. And you see nothing but dead calm here. You're a big Neil Young fan, huh? Gotta respect Neil Young, of course. I have a few harmonicas I want to try out. Maybe I can learn to play Old Man or Heart of Gold, who knows? And it becomes very dark around here, doesn't it? Forgot that this was kind of a dead end down here. Thinking maybe I shouldn't have gone here because I'm kind of going in a circle now. Absolutely. Heard Henry made a recent post, so I think he's doing well. And I'm sure he'll return. Too many people miss him. Okay, I'm down at 10%. So what I'm gonna do is cut this off at the light here, so I can actually see myself before I give my goodbyes. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. Definitely a colder one, definitely a snowier one, but you know, like I said, we have a kind of a light winter ahead of us, so this might just be one of the worst that we will have. So but thank you Zach, thank you Kurt, everybody in the chat. I really do appreciate the support. Toronto's Doo-Wop music guy. Yeah, I'm at 10%, so it's cut off at any minute. But I hope you guys have a good night. Stay warm. I will see you guys in the next live stream. Whoop, get my finger out of the way there. That sneaky finger. But have a good one, guys. See you in the comments here. And yeah, take care of yourselves. Walker out.